Assalamu alaikum. This is Muhammad Shahid Ali Bishash, Assistant Teacher English, Rajbari Government Girls High School. Dear students, how are you? I am fine. Hope you are well with your family members by the grace of Almighty Allah. Dear students, we are passing through a very critical time. Our daily activities have been stopped. As your school is closed, you are staying at home. But you should not give up your study. You should continue your study very seriously. Dear students, I will take a class on English second paper. The name of my topics is the right use of the verbs. It's a very important topic. If you want to go through this topic, you have to know tense, person and number. Tense, person and number very clearly, because we have to use these grammar items in the right use of the verbs. Dear students, if you want to solve these items, you have to know some grammatical rules. You have to know some grammatical rules, and I will describe the rules one after another. First, rule 1: if the subject is third person singular, if the subject is third person singular number and the statement indicates the situation which is permanent or temporary, or the things which happens repeatedly, the verb will take s or es with it. Okay, I am giving an example. My aunt live Hello. I have written my aunt live near the town hall. Here live is the verb. At first you have to follow the subject. Here the subject is my aunt. My aunt. Aunt is the head word, that is main word. Okay, and it is third person singular number. So when you will correct the form of the verb, you have to write my aunt lives. Lives. You have to add s or es with the verb near the town. Okay. As the subject is third person singular number, so the verb will take s or es with it. I am giving another example. It rain in rainy season. Dear students, here subject is it. It is third person singular number, and the statement indicates that it rains in rainy season. That is, in rainy season, rain is happened. Okay, so we have to write it rains in rainy season. It rains. As it is third person singular number and the statement indicates the thing that happens frequently or repeatedly. So the structure of this sentence will be in present indefinite tense. Okay, dear students, I think you have got the point. Rule 2. If there is adverbs like daily, often, every day, regularly, usually, normally, occasionally, okay, it will indicate present indefinite tense. I am writing the adverbs. Often, daily, always, every day, usually, normally, regularly, sometimes, occasionally, etc. If any of these adverbs is in a sentence, it will be present indefinite tense. Suppose I am giving an example. Robin sometimes call me. Here subject is Robin and the adverb sometimes. As I have told you, if there are any of these adverbs like sometimes, often, daily, regularly, usually, the tense will be present indefinite tense. As the subject is third person singular number, the verb will take s or es with it. Robin sometimes calls me. The sentence will be Robin sometimes calls me. My dear students, I am reading the sentence and I am giving another example. My father visit his native village on every Friday. Every Friday. That is the word every. Okay. So the verb will be in present indefinite tense. As the subject is third person singular number, we have to add s or es with it. My other visits his native village on every Friday. Okay, dear students, I think you are clear. I am going through another rules. Number 3, if the sentence indicates negative situation, then we have to follow the structure of negative structure of present indefinite. Like our drivers not obey the traffic rules. Our drivers not obey the traffic rules. Here is a sign of negative sentence, not. Then we have to write our driver, as the subject is third person but plural. Third person but plural. So we have to take do not obey the traffic rules. Okay? Our drivers do not obey the traffic rules. Dear students, rule 4. If the sentence is interrogative, we have to follow the structure of present indefinite tense in interrogative form. You know the structure of interrogative form. First we have to use do or does. Then do or does plus subject plus V1 plus object or extension. We have to follow this structure plus interrogative mark. Okay. I am giving an example. Mita every year. Here is the note of interrogation. So you have to follow the structure. The subject is third person singular number. You have to follow does. Does Mita go to Cox's Bazar every year. Okay, dear students, if the interrogative sentence start with WH word like where your brother live in Dhaka. Okay, here is the word where, WH word, and that sentence is in interrogative. So you have to use the structure of interrogative sentence. Where, as the subject is your brother, so you have to take does. Where does your brother live in Dhaka? Okay, I think you are clear. Next rule. Rule number 5. Okay, dear students, when we get at this moment at present gradually day by day we use present progressive, that is present in continuous tense. Present continuous tense. You know the structure of present continuous tense. I am giving an example. Here is be verb. Sorry. Increase day by day. The population of Bangladesh increase day by day. That is, we have to say the population of Bangladesh is increasing day by day. As the subject, the population is third person singular number, and here is the adverb day by day. You have to use present continuous tense. The population of Bangladesh is increasing day by day. Okay, dear students, I think you all of you have got the point. No more today. Stay home, stay safe, and of course, you must wear mask when you will go out. Thank you very much.